Where does the rake and shake shine? It seems like any situation in any industry, any workplace that requires manipulating and safely moving and sorting oversized pieces of material, right down to sifting the smaller things, the rocks, the roots, whatever. We've even had one chap use his rake and shake to sort baler twine out of composted manure. And we've even got a picture of a bag full of this stuff in the back of his pickup truck. The composted manure would have been useless otherwise. It would have always fouled up the rototillers, and this way he was able to reclaim all that beautiful topsoil from the corral. Another fellow even used it. His potatoes had to be picked while he was cleaning up fire kill from last year's summer's fires, and so he used it to pick his potatoes in his garden and to sort them out. Your imagination seems to be the limit. The rake and shake has proved very useful in cleaning up the debris and leftovers from last year's forest fires so that they don't accumulate, lay around for this season to become kindling on the ground for the next time dry weather hits. The fire risk in northern Alberta, at least, is being intensified by insect kill of the trembling aspen and the black poplar. There's this little beetle called a poplar borer, it's a couple inches long, cuts a hole in the bark, lays eggs underneath, and the eggs, when they hatch into the larvae, leave the tunnels that you can see, and that's killing all the poplar trees. Rake and shake has proven to be quite useful in cleaning up this deadfall, so it's not just kindling laying on the forest floor. The full width grapple on the rake and shake makes it very useful in gathering and moving this larger debris, and of course the raking function helps clean up the small stuff. Once the heavy lifting and burning is done, then the end plates go back in. The rake and shake now is your tool to clean things up, sift about so you've got a nice clean floor in the forest, no kindling laying around, and it turns into a nice recreational area. In this picture, the rake and shake is being used to reclaim some agricultural land. You can see this is a bit of a depression in the field. It had previously been low and wet, and willows had grown in. The farmer took the willows out and then found that the previous owner had dumped rocks in there for years and years. So the rake and shake was ideal to scavenge those rocks out of there and haul them off to a safe location at the edge of the field and be able to recover the land, where the farmer now can put it back into production. To sum all this up, if you find yourself asking yourself the question, now how am I going to clean that up? Or how am I going to pick those rocks? Or how am I going to pick those roots? Or how am I going to sift that stuff out of there? Then I'd suggest you have a look at the rake and shake, because what we found is that's where it shines.